be all right. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. We are under attack! Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what we're doing.
That attack, we would be invincible.
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but...
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? And o'er its bones raged the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One. The being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world can... As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tidings that there is a place of refuge awaiting them.
Right you are.
We too once bore the mantle of Arisen, though no longer. As we walked our respective paths, each of us lost the incomparable strength of will that made us Arisen. One in despair of the dragon's boundless might, one in pursuit of vengeance's cold comfort, and one for fear of what fate held in store. Yet you bear it still, Arisen One. Hold fast to your strength of will, for it shall doubtless lend you the strength you will need to spare this world its end.
Since times of Eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
The Mad Sovereign's power yet girds this place. It could prove the last bastion of hope for the people of this world. Alas, 'twill not hold forever. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis sundered at its heart. The coming destruction.
While you're here, spare a kind word for...
Ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
We must save it for a time of dire need. Not a foe in sight.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Ice is our ally against the trees.
The voice flame attains destiny, and nothing doused in oil.
That was thrilling. I didn't know I could feel so alive.
Do your vocation proud. Dare I say it? Trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I've just had a thought. I'm curious.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the strategy.
Don't be such a worry, Waltz. I know what I'm doing.
Focus your attacks.
Try fast and catch them. Now hurry to forward.
To retreat then.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
True enough.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
What's most effective?
'Tis no small wonder that ox carts have ceased operation, given the state of things.
Will the day ever come when we might employ one again?
Here we go again.
We fight! To arms!
By your leave. Battle is best avoided. Hasn't even noticed what's been pilfered.
It would seem the creature was carrying something. Well aimed, right where it hurts.
I'm coming, Master! Thank you. I'm in your debt.
Haven't you a lantern, Arisen?
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint you. Let me get that.
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
I'll leave.
Heedlessness.
It's called taking the initiative, I'll have you know. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I can tell you more about them if you like, Master. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to good use.
Behold! It moves! Go forth, Talos! May you strike down any dragon in your path!
The statue can be moved. It does not appear poised to attack us.
You, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
It's a lonely place, to be sure.
Statue drove the clouds away. But now the statue is broken. A shame, really.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? It is a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife... well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
I suppose.
I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a... Going to pack up and leave. Much obliged. Now this is a conundrum.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Fancy a gander?
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Oh, a ballista.
When better to use this but in the midst of battle?
Might not the seafloor shrine provide a place of refuge for the people of this land? 'Twould protect them from the Red Cloud's advance, if only for a time.
Fancy a look at my wares? Greet. Its healing waters draw upon... Do come again. Greet. Its healing waters draw... Always a pleasure. Can't help but see a turncoat in everything.
Nice place, this. I've no notion of what awaits.
Fancy a look at my wares?
The waters of the hot spring have left us fighting fit. Now we can resume our journey with renewed vigor.
Understood.
Hold on a moment. I'll be needing my... My word. This is positively monstrous.
Wish me to return? At once, Master. This is rather thrilling.
Come on, then!
The field of battle is one to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
Indeed, you are correct.
Come on! Don't let it!
Where I want you.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Talos was mighty indeed. With such power in our hands, I dare say even the dragon would not pose a threat to us. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you all about them if you want, Master.
Well done! Hold fast, Arisen! I shan't let you fall!
You must remain calm, or all will be lost.
eyes deceived me. There's something down there.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little...
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any...
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
If we share our strengths...
Efficiency at its best.
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe. There, Master Saurians.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
A result to be proud of.
Ox carts aren't operating anymore, are they? Tis perfectly understandable, albeit rather inconvenient.
Will the day ever come when we might employ one again?
Thank you. 'Tis a great kindness you've shown me.
Would not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
We fight. To arms!
Very well, if I must.
Quickly now! Our master beckons!
Understood.
This place.
Ah, a ballista. These have quite a long range.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt.
You know, Sol, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake beneath the blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head. Much obliged.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
You know, Sol, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake beneath the blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged.
Fancy a gander? I've, truth be told, I'm of half a... Mine to pack up, always a pleasure.
First assess the field, then act. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves. It's gone from bad to worse.
This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrong. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
How are we meant to attack it without angering?
On my way.
Victory!
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
It appears to be locked, and we've no key. Shall we try breaking it down?
It will not break easily, you know.
These vessels would make for a fine repast.
You ought to exercise more restraint.
Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
I could really...
Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. 'Twas the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Listen, friend, I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Tis locked, Arisen.
Be on the lookout for a likely-looking key.
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but...
Well met, sir. How's the day? Treating you then. Always a pleasure.
So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this god spirit. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
I concur.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's Sway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's Sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
A result to be proud of.
Some regions have yet to be evacuated.
We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
bit of more.
I only hope I did not disappoint. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Well done. I say it. We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
You haven't forgotten us, have you, Master? The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might and strength of numbers. Novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a thing.
Now that is a surprise. We've been open. Focus your attacks.
I bet the victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
We must then You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Furthermore, now that I think on it, none in our party are healers.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
It appears we found the ballista.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as...
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course you'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as you're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
Indeed, you are correct.
Business could...
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
Sir Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
You've pushed your...
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution.
That's quite...
You've pushed your...
How dare...
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Begone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do keep back, lest you become entangled.
Ah! Let us set...
How? Such humiliation shan't go unanswered.
I believe
Look at us! Put in our place like a pair of whelps! Your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Not bad, all things considered.
Hello.
Hoy, no need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've not pleasure doing business with...
I'm supposed to be studying up on smithing.
If you were privy to the goings-on in the forbidden magic research...
Back again. What a bother. Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you... dare try to take... anything without pay. Many thanks. Oi! I saw it first. Pho, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you...
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our...
Oi, you try...
Aye, you'd better run.
Is that all you got?
This is it. I've been forsaken. I shan't.
You can do better than that!
Fie, that hurt! We're done for! I ne'er stood a chance.
You can pull through. I believe in you.
This... Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who's... started this.
Ah! You slander my... This is no bit...
Now, if we are to Jew, otherwise, who's to say...
Aye. Well, sir, what's it very well?
Ah! Let us...
Death! Such humiliation! I ought to thank you.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
A resounding success.
Oi!
Why must I share with a fan?
You there! Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, if that's what you...
Aye, clear off. I'll not take that.
You'll get what's coming to you.
That's quite enough. Stop this, father! Thank you, sir.
You mean with me? For true? Thanks. I'm half starved.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. I thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, hey?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had...
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show we are none of us so different.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
This is beyond
Oi,
me.
you! Don't go poking your nose in our business.
Aye, leave off or we'll...
You!
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so... Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Ah! You slander my... This is no...
Now, if we are to... Otherwise, who's...
Aye. Well, sir, what say you? Very well.
Ah!
Ow! Such humiliation. I ought to thank you.
I consider...
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
A result to be proud of.
Oi!
Why must I share with a...
You there! Put this upstart in his place for... If that's what you think...
Aye, clear off.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow!
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If I...
Oi, leave my kid...
You're not some child.
Wait.
Aye.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show we are none of us so different.
Outstanding. I've had well...
I reckon the world would be better...
Oi, you...
Aye, leave off or...
You'll answer for this. All is not lost. So this is what it means.
Trust in myself as I trust in you!
I mustn't lose my head.
No, thank you.
If you are no craven, prove your method.
Heavens have mercy!
I
Go on, have a look.
still hear my voice. All is not lost. Heavens have mercy.
What you waiting for? Get on with it!
heavens, that...
Fine. This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah. I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
The citizenry speak highly of your deeds, Sir Arisen. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Methinks we can expect little opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your achievements. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day, Sir Arisen. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
Time to hit the sack. Slim pickings of late.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude, for it seems your efforts have served to remind the people of this nation of their common purpose. We would present you with this gift, as a small token of our esteem, and wish you good fortune on your journey, wheresoe'er it may take you. Yet, ere we part ways, we would make another request of you. It regards Lord Phaesus. Though we have implored the man to join the evacuation, he has staunchly refused to leave this land behind. We thought that he might be more inclined to heed your words, as our own have fallen on deaf ears. Would you be willing to call on him in our stead? Of course, you are free to decline if our proposal is an unwelcome one.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Simonella to keep the peace.
A result to be proud of.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something.
Perhaps this theorem will provide something. I must remember to place that supply. Ah, that's right. I must fetch those papers.
The world is in an... Does my lifelong work hold no... Why do you insist... Long have I... Nay. Some link must... I am in no mood to... Why do you insist... Does my life...
Quite enough.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This place never fails to calm my spirit.
There are more who can yet be saved.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. May well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
Something like a wall of light impedes our progress. It is most vexing, but we'll find a way around. We always do. Many parts are closed off.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt. Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
Just about had it. What? Lost your nerve?
Cut one monster down and two more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective.
The tide is turning against one of us has been drenched.
Someone's begging for a face.
What can you achieve without sacrifice?
Well done, Master.
Seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
Many thanks for healing me, Arisen.
Enough dallying. Follow me. Alas, a theory... A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Principles unproven as dust.
Cut one monster down and 2 more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective.
The tide is turning against us.
This is far more complex than it appears. The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. What can be achieved? Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use. it is. The dragon at the heart of all this destruction. What a singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like to capture it and bring it back to the lab. There is much that might be learned from it. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back.